Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, it was 2014 that Corinthians relocated to this high-tech arena. This the ultimate demonstration of their power and...
Can he finish?
Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Royce. Robertson. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, I wonder a little bit what role this guy, Matheus Cunha, has been asked to play here, Peter, because despite all his creativity and ball skills, he doesn't really have blistering pace to be an out-and-out winger or the strength to be a number 9. I just love it when he gets that free rein to roam wherever he wants. We'll have to wait and see on this.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. And it's Neymar. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's having a go! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Neymar really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Great chance! Decent enough try. Beckenbauer. First quarter of an hour gone. Sends it crossfield. Danielson. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. So it is still 0-0. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Vieira, there he goes, motoring forward. Vieri. Cafu making good progress on the right-hand side. Good read, needed to be. Neymar. Ronaldinho. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Driving forward. And it's Ronaldinho. Now it's Matheus Cunha.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Robertson. He's in plenty of space here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Now it's Messi. Oh, that's a key interception. Baresi. Corinthians finding their passes. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Messi. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Back into the middle. Neymar. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's straight offside. Pass somewhat off target. And smartly reclaimed. Knocks it into space. No, he refuses to take the bait. He's on it, can he get it? Best! He's done very well to get to that.
Best is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Corinthians have the chance to go the other way. Cafu is one whose deliveries we all know about. Ronaldinho. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Lamentamos informar que temos previsão de trânsito intenso após o término da partida.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Robertson. Nicely weighted ball. It's a promising position. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Beckenbauer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And it's Robertson. He's a sharp little ball here. And the finish! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Vieri really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
So, third corner of the game. Cannavaro gets it away. Saka.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Neymar. Now it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get...
Real chance! In he goes again. It's in. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. It's Vieri! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And they win it back again. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He's got away. Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. Corinthians have themselves a chance from the spot. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
To further improve their... He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Neymar. Neymar carries the ball down the right. And that is as far as they're going to go. Corinthians looking to pass their way through. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Robertson. Swung over. 75 minutes played. Best's cross.
Borussia Dortmund truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Royce. Driving on and making good progress. Albert Ferrer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Beckenbauer, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Messi. Good running, strong and purposeful. Best. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Ronaldinho. Beckenbauer pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Threads one in. Well, that is one way to stop him. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Pinches it off him. Royce. Cafu. And it's Royce. That's tidy. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Vieri, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you summarise what we've seen today? Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
The great team, the people's team, that is what Corinthians have come to be called over the years, and this, of course, is the ultimate sanctuary for those who only see black and white.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
He's in plenty of space here. And the keeper beats it away.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That looks a good ball through. And he's managed to get free.
Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Albert Ferrer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Best!
Now it's Hazard. Ronaldinho.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Played out towards the right wing. Well, Jim, Tony Adams, of course, is the absolute colossus in defence, isn't he?
Absolutely, and we all know about his defensive prowess and his leadership, but I think a lot of people overlook his versatility and his adaptability.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's the way he's developed a more expansive, front-footed game over the years. That's highly impressive.
Matheus Cunha.
Chance, surely!
Denilson.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that pass isn't the best.
Albert Ferrer.
He won't be happy with that one.
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
Rijkaard. There he goes, motoring forward.
Can he finish?
So it is still 0-0.
Yamal.
Could move up a gear here. Borussia Dortmund
Looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose. If they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's fabulous.
tries to get it clear. Royce.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Oh, it's come loose.
Just eases him off the ball.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Conte has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm. He is therefore off. He's being urged to shoot.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was...
There's the shot! Goal! Corinthians! There is the breakthrough!
So the first goal of the game.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Hazard touches it back.
No, he wasn't going to be fooled. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them.
And the score is 1-0.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Matches Cunha. Nicely weighted ball. Takes a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Matheus Cunha deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Neymar plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And here's Azar. It's a good spell of possession, this. Now it's Yamal. And it's Neymar. Looking for the run. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. He's in a great position here. Albert Ferrer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Baresi. Best. Corinthians are looking to break at pace. He's found the way through. And the finish! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Best. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Corinthians happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0.
Informamos sobre uma criança perdida. Atenção, pai de menino de camiseta amarela. Dirija-se ao centro de informações. Substituição.
And we're underway again. Corinthians carrying a one-goal lead. And that's another good win of the ball. Chance here to counter. Borussia Dortmund can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Neymar with a real chance here.
Yeah, and I think it's a lesson to be learned in not conceding free kicks in this area.
Cruyff! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Mathias Cunha. Can he get it through?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, that's well spotted. And that is as far as they're going to go. Baresi. Another throw-in. Robertson. Best. That is ended up in no man's land. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. He's picked his way through, played in with purpose. It's Azar!
And for a moment, time stood still.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Couldn't squeeze it through.
Corinthians are ahead here by what is still the only goal. So we've reached the hour mark.
Shifted it to the flank.
It's a good run down the right. No, that's been intercepted.
Yamal.
Corinthians have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Now, can they get him away? Chance for a shot!
Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now that's well seen too.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Tries a shot! They've scored! There seemed no way back, but they are level. There was to be only one outcome.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
4 minutos do segundo tempo pelo jogador camisa 9.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that is a good ball to find him.
Neymar. And there's his chance to lead the counter.
Tries to play it through.
Out to the left it goes. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Pass somewhat off target.
Fernando Torres.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
They've played it short.
Borussia Dortmund really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Real chance!
That's another chance! Caught offside that time. And here's Vieri. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Over to the left. Played back in.
Now it's Vieri. Vieira. And it's Robertson. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting...
Vieri!
They want to be quick to recover this.
Oh, what has happened here? Oh, super ball!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Corinthians finding their passes. This might spell... And a chance!
Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
substituição no time do Corinthians.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Corinthians take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Neymar. Well, that looks a decent ball. And it's made its way to him. Oh, he's shoots! And it's in! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. Any thoughts on the goal?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Corinthians could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. That's at the end. Corinthians can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Corinthians definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, it was 2014 that Corinthians relocated to this high-tech arena. This the ultimate demonstration of their power as a club revered amongst the world's supporters. Their fan base believed to be somewhere in the region of 30 million people.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Best.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, N'Golo Kante. He is only one midfielder, but it often feels like he does the work of two or three. He's got exceptional awareness for danger and the stamina to make sure he can go and snuff it out over and over again if required. He's also exceptional in the tackle, and when you watch him in the latter parts of a game, 90th minute plus, he looks as if he's in the first five.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt.
Adams. And he's lost his man here. Looking for options for movement. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Neither side especially adventurous early on. Conte. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Mbappe gets a foot in here.
And now the breakaway.
Best. And it's Robertson.
Royce.
Look at this. There's the shot! Vieri! Amazing! A finish of true class!
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Corinthians have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Vieri.
And he's straight offside. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Matheus Cunha.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Royce. Great vision. And this is Vieri.
Face to
Decent chance! It's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Corinthians.
Great chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
He's found a way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Can he finish?
Now, who's going to be first to this?
Can he stop it going out? Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, shooting chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting again in a trice, and they are soaring.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
He's shifting through the gears here. Robertson. Lovely feet. And this is Vieri. Kante defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Royce with a real chance here. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Royce! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Couldn't squeeze it through. Corinthians looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Now it's... and he shoots! Azar.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Matheus Cunha. Now it's Cruyff. Now Mbappe. And they've switched it over to the other side. Conte. Now Mbappe. And here's Cruyff. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Kante kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And that's another good win of the ball. That looks a cracking ball. Mbappe tries to play it through. Best, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Chance for a shot! Saka. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Corinthians are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. And we're already back up and running after half-time. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, that looks a decent ball. Cafu! And this is Royce. Royce!
Corinthians are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And he's surging through. And the finish! In he goes again. It's there! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Corinthians are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Vieri, and this is Vieri. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good-looking ball.
Corinthians are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Albert Ferrer gets across to intercept that. Best. Cannavaro wins the duel this time. Robertson. And it's Cruyff. And he's picked it up out wide. And that has left him in a heap. Albert Ferrer. That's very neat. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Oh, just skips past his man. And Royce! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Royce, and this is Royce. He's had a shot! Azar. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Mbappe. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Best. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Strong running down that left flank. Royce, who's set up one goal so far. 75 minutes played. And he was quick to react. Best. Cruyff. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
This is Borussia Dortmund's free kick. This then an ideal chance to cut the deficit. Matheus Cunha!
Substituição no time do Corinthians.
Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Camisa 21, camisa 9, deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 14, camisa 10, camisa
Corinthians
8.
have the chance to go the other way.
Substituição.
Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Chips it through. Vieira. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Scholes. And the pass is intercepted. Knocks it into space. Best. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Robertson. Vieira. Azar. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Del Piero. Messi. Messi looking to penetrate opposition lines. Referee has just said play on. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's a key interception. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, it's Del Piero. And the shot! And yes, it's there! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's it. Corinthians pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I think we just saw a team...